Hi, I'm Scott Samuel here at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pinto bean and quinoa burger with a spicy romesco sauce on a whole wheat sesame bun. So a few things we need to do. Let's take a look at the ingredients for our vegetarian pinto bean and quinoa burger. I have some pinto beans that I've cooked with a little bit of onion and bay leaf, simmered them for a couple hours, drained them, and with this I'm going to incorporate some quinoa, which you can use either white quinoa or red quinoa. It has a nice texture, it's a super grain. I think it's going to play very well with the beans. And then the other ingredients that are going to go into this will be some shredded carrot, some red onion, a little bit of breadcrumb, garlic, some spices of coriander, cumin, a little bit of cayenne, salt, pepper, and flour and egg to help bind it. Once this is all together, I'm going to finish it with some Italian parsley and cilantro. We'll chill the mixture, we'll form them into patties, and then we'll cook them and serve them up with all of our fixins. One of the other ingredients we're going to make is a romesco, which is a classic sauce made with chilies, roasted red peppers, and tomatoes and olive oil, and nuts. So let's go into making the burger. And I want to take half of the beans that I have here. I have 3 cups. I'm going to put a cup and a half of beans in as the base of our bean burger, along with our garlic that's been minced, our cumin, coriander, our cayenne, salt and pepper. I want to puree this until it's pretty smooth. Scrape down the sides. So the next step I'm going to do is add my shredded carrot, my red onion, my egg, scrape down the sides. So this is going to be the part of the burger that holds it together. I'm going to fold in the remaining pinto beans so that I have whole beans in this burger also. Okay, this is what it should look like. I don't want to get it too fine. So I'm going to remove this into a large mixing bowl and add the remaining ingredients, which I have some flour, a couple tablespoons of flour. This is going to help bind the burger together. My half a cup of breadcrumbs, my cilantro and parsley, my 1 cup of quinoa, and the remaining cup and a half of cooked pinto beans. All right, I want to stir this all together to combine it, and then I'm going to proceed to form these into 8 individual patties. All right, so all the ingredients are in here. I'm just going to mix it until it binds together, and then I'm going to go ahead and form these into 8 individual patties and refrigerate them for about 30 minutes or to 1 hour so they can set, and then we'll go ahead and cook them. All right, so for this recipe, I'm going to refrigerate these for about 30 minutes so they have a chance to set. In a sense, the breadcrumbs are going to absorb the moisture. If I was just to cook them right now, they'd probably fall apart. So I want to refrigerate them. You can make these a day ahead of time. So the other component to this burger is a classic romesco sauce. I'm going to make a romesco mayonnaise. So the ingredients for the romesco start with the dried chili. And what I want to do with the dried chili is I soak it in hot water for about 15 to 20 minutes to reconstitute it. And then after I've soaked it, I'm going to open it up, remove the stem, remove the seeds, discard that part of the chili. And what I'm left with is a chili that looks exactly like this, reconstituted, soft, and now I'm ready to, this is the base of our romesco. The other ingredients that go in the romesco, if you take a look, will be toasted almonds, you could use hazelnuts, roasted red pepper, fresh tomato, olive oil, some vinegar, some salt, and some fresh garlic. So it's a very simple recipe. Everything goes into a Cuisinart. I'm going to chop this garlic a little bit. And we put everything into the Cuisinart and puree it until it's smooth. Let me chunk these up a little bit. So garlic, ancho peppers, almonds, red pepper, fresh tomato, the olive oil, salt and vinegar, so after about 45 seconds to a minute of processing, I have this really nice paste. So this can be served on its own as a little dip for crudité, but what I want to do is create a Romesco mayonnaise to put on our burger. I'm going to take a half a cup of our fresh Romesco. And one thing about this is I like the texture of the nuts, so I don't want to process it too smooth. So half a cup of Romesco, half a cup of our store-bought mayonnaise. And now we have something flavorful and slightly spicy, not too much, to put on our bean burger. So these bean burgers have had about 30 minutes to chill, and these are set, ready to cook. So I have a preheated pan with a touch of oil in here. And I want to pan fry them about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And while I'm doing that, let's take a look at the fixins for this. Tomato, red onion, some white cheddar cheese. We'll put a couple slices on it as they are almost done. Some lettuce, and I'm going to go ahead and toast these in you could toast it in an oven, or I like to toast it in a pan. Get a little bit of nice color on it. All right. So about another minute and a half to 2 minutes on this side. We'll flip it over, have some nice color, and then we'll build our burger. Okay, let's flip these. We've had about 3 minutes on one side. Nice color. And I'm cooking these on medium to medium high heat. And what's nice about these is there's whole beans within the burger. So we actually have a nice texture. Some bean burgers I have are just too smooth. So these are really nice, a lot of nice flavors in there, savory, a little bit of spice. Let's go ahead and build a couple burgers here. So Romesco mayonnaise on each side. And like I said, I really like the texture of the almonds in here. It's not too spicy. We have a small amount of spice coming from the anchos, but anchos are known to be smoky. All right, let's put our cheddar cheese on our burgers. And the last thing we need are our cooked bean burgers. So these pinto bean quinoa burgers are done. Let's build our lunch. So there we have it, our pinto bean and quinoa burger with a Romesco mayonnaise. Enjoy.